Our first guest is a Tony Award-winning actress. She's starring in a Broadway revival of The Apple Tree, right next door at Studio 54. Here's the lovely Kristin Chenoweth, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations on the new production, and it's just right next door to us, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you look at me every day and wave?
Yes, I do. You know, when I leave in the evening, I see a crowd of people waiting outside to get your autograph and stuff.
I thought they were here for you.
Guess again. Well, how's the production going? How do you like being in the neighborhood?
You know what? I love it. Mm-hmm. The last time I was here, we talked about an injury that I had sustained.
That's right, yes.
In Wicked. Mm-hmm. Well, I herniated a disc, and so I have a neck problem anyway, but we're doing the Act 1, which is Adam and Eve. And if you come, you'll see that we're wearing clothes. But anyway, in Act 1, we back away from each other. And we back away from each other, and then there were strategic holes placed in the set because the world wasn't finished yet. That was the idea of the set. Yeah. And basically, I did the Nestea plunge.
Oh, my gosh. So you stumbled, as a surprise, into one of these holes?
Yeah, and it's about, the size of a coffin. About.
Oh, my.
And so...
how deep is the fall?
It's about 6 feet. And so it took about probably 20 minutes for me to feel... it took a year, it felt like. And I thought, well, okay, God, here's me falling. God, I know you're busy.
Right.
You got a lot of things going on.
Terribly frightening.
Could you help me out?
Uh-huh.
But I'm doing good now.
What was the injury? Because you can't sustain a fall like that without some kind of injury.
I cracked a hairline crack in my rib.
Oh, my God. So you have the neck problems, and now you also have the rib.
Yeah.
And there's nothing they can do for a cracked rib, right? It'll heal?
Yeah, my dad said, if you played for, the Giants or something, you'd be benched.
That's right. You couldn't go out there like
that.
Right. they would tape you up.
That'd tape me up. Yeah. And I tape myself every night, but luckily the costumes are tight enough. It keeps everything,
Wow. Well, this must have been... This must have been a very frightening moment, not only for yourself, but for the whole production, because if you're down in the hole and you can't come up, that's it.
It was scary. Yeah. They covered it.
Yeah. Did you continue that night?
We hadn't started yet. I had 3 days to recover, and then I went on, and I'm a trooper.
I guess you are. Good for you. The show must go on.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
Come on.
Now, tell us about your career, how it began. I mean, you sing, you dance, you've had great success on Broadway as well. Where did it begin, and what did you want to do when you started?
Well, I'm sure we've all had jobs, that we didn't really like. Mm-hmm. But I was a singing telegram person in Oklahoma.
Oh my gosh! Now they still don't do that sort of thing, do they?
I don't think so, and maybe this is what happened to me, which is a very true story. You made $100 a pop doing them, and I had to dress like Little Bo Peep, which I still don't understand that, but I had on. They like it.
Yeah, I understand it.
So basically, it was this low-cut Little Bo Peep outfit with a hat and a staff. And I was told that Bill, Tom, and Tony were sending this guy, You've Lost That Loving Feeling. So he knock, knock, knock. I open. I've got the Little Bo Peep outfit, and yet I'm singing, You've lost that loving feeling, ooh, that loving feeling. And he looks incredibly sad. And I say, it's from Bill, Bob, and Tony. And he goes, could you come in for a second? And he was, well, in 2007, we don't do that, but I said, yes, of course. Sure. We went in, he sat me down at his kitchen table. He said, I have had a vasectomy.
Lost the love and feeling.
It was horrible because I found myself comforting him.
Yeah.
I mean, no, not that. Just talking. That's all.
That's crazy. Yeah, boy, that's
But
awful.
I quit. That was the end of that.
I understand. Now, Here's something curious. There's a show on CBS. It's called Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip. And I'm told that one of the characters featured in the program, it's about a weekly comedy variety show, is based on you. Is that true, or am I making that up?
It's incredible. No, you're not making that up. It's incredibly loosely based. Aaron Sorkin, the creator, came to me and asked me how I felt about that.
Now, how do you know Aaron Sorkin?
You know, we're friendly. we have been friendly in the past, and anyway.
Well, I didn't do anything. I was just sitting here. Well, is it safe to say that you were like dating? There was a romantic friendship?
There was, yes,
okay, well,
there
that's
was.
All right. That's fine. We're all adults here.
And he is an awesome boyfriend. I mean, friend. And anyway, he said, "Would you mind?" And I said no. But it does get a little.
What does he think of the little Bo Peep outfit?
I don't know about the little Bo Peep, but he likes the nurse. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. That was a joke, Mom.
Well, you can make jokes, sure.
Thank you.
So anyway, you have a relationship with him, an acquaintanceship, and,
yes.
he says, "Can I use you as part of the show?" Is that what happened?
Yes. The only tricky part about it is sometimes the character, you know, there are things that are like me, and in fact that I, you know, am a person that believes in God, has faith, but also is in Hollywood. He expounded on that, which I love. But then there's the character's also a little iffy on gay rights, and you know, I love the gays, and so that's, you know, and then it gets a little how would you feel if, you know, if I came to you and said I want to do, you know, a Lifetime story about you? And
well, I don't know. I mean, it's just it's fine. I mean, would you play me? It seems.
No. I would have to have some work done.
Yeah. Oh man. How long is the Apple Tree going to be in production down there?
Mid-March, and we'll be saving you a seat.
Thank you.
And it's 3 one-acts. It's written by the guys who wrote Fiddler, and it was never done. It's never been done since '66. Alan Alda was in it, Barbara Harris, and there's me eating an apple, or getting ready to.
Yes, there you are.
And you know, it's a wonderful show, so please come see it.
And then when it finally comes to the end of its run, I hope you'll be healing up and healthy and continuing with your career.
Absolutely.
Great pleasure to see you again.
Thank you,
Thank you so much. Kristin Chenoweth, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with John Witherspoon.